We'll segue into it.
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly. Just do a segue. This is on my segue. You know, they're all thinking I'm too wide and nerdy.
Hey guys, welcome to the Beta Bros Banter podcast.
Oh,
You just
hello.
heard Ryan. You just heard Ryan singing just now.
Maybe if I edit that in.
It'll stay in at this point. It's already so close to the beginning that the sound waves, I don't think it will work out too well if you try to cut into it.
You don't know. I'm good. We're on separate tracks. We're on separate tracks. I can just completely mute me.
That's true. You're the editor for our podcast.
Also, hello everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is you're listening.
It's currently 11 p.m. where I am.
It's currently 8 p.m. where I am.
So you do the math.
11 minus 8 of the 1 over
Carry the
something
2.
with boxes and matrix things that make no sense at all.
Boxes are
3 hours.
Boxes are my favorite cards of humanity. Like topic.
Dude, the box card deck is so funny. I love them.
Like George W. Box.
A case of small box.
Box. Jesus Christ.
A man-shaped box. A box-shaped man.
Oh man.
Let's just make our own box cards.
That'd be fun. That's why I like that's why I like Cards of Humanity, because it's like, or Cards Against Humanity, because you can just like create whatever you want and it should work.
Yeah, and they actually they give you blank cards, so we've made our own ones.
Yeah, that's why I tend to like Quiplash, because it's really just Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, it is. Just you get to write in your own
custom
card.
stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of nice.
The problem is sometimes it's really hard to be funny.
Yeah, especially and you're limited to only 2 questions around.
Yeah, and
so
it's on a time limit, so you're like, oh shit, what am I doing? I don't know.
I know, but I do like it though, because it makes me work a side of my brain I don't usually use.
Yeah, that's true, and I have to do that too.
What's your joke process when you try to come up with something?
I think it depends on the question. Sometimes I'll go for a pun. Or just something that rhymes. Other times, I just get hit with this hilarious thought and I write it down.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Or sometimes they set it up well, the one that we were doing earlier today, where it was what's the worst things a kid could draw? I was just what's something really bad? And the first thing my mind went to was the Holocaust. So I was like, okay, well, I guess that's where I'm going.
Oh man. Yeah. For me, I always try to. I think a lot of mine's pop culture references. So the movie title ones are always my favorite, because I could always harken back to old movie titles.
Yeah. And whenever
especially
they do
the Fast and the Furious franchise,
do the last lash ones where it's come up with a name of something that has this in the title. I usually try to think of something that already exists, but then replace a word.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I was gonna do Lilo and Itch.
Lilo's, yeah, something like that. It's perfect.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that's so funny. And then same thing, puns, random references that were made from prior answers, even if they were dumb.
Thing, callbacks are always good.
Yeah.
And whatever your group is, there's inside jokes, and you can do inside jokes. Those are always good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The problem is when you play enough times, you get the same prompts.
Oh, yeah.
So the prompt that I had earlier, where it was, what's something written on the Starbucks cup for Mahatma Gandhi?
Mm-hmm.
I've had that before, and I used More Honda's Gary before, and I was like, oh, this is a new crowd. I could use this again.
Yeah, that does work. Yeah. Because I think I vaguely remember you using that, but it felt so fresh. I was like, that's solid. That's a solid answer.
But it's just so random. But that's how Starbucks typos are too. It's they're hella random. You're like, how did you get this out of what I said?
Yeah.
What's your name? More Honda's Gary? Yeah, that's right. Gary's a word. It's a name.
I can totally see that happening.
Yeah, that's
in
the
like
thing
a
too.
super
It's like
busy
believable.
Starbucks. Yeah. Oh man, especially like around the Starbucks like we used to go to, like around like either like in Kent or even like I guess Covington wouldn't really pull that off because they're not as not as rude when it comes to like making up names on your cups.
Well, and also like I knew the
Um,
people that worked at the Covington one that we went to, so like
oh
just
yeah, that
like
helps.
they're just like, oh yeah, it's Ryan, whatever.
How many people do we know like actually work there? I know only like maybe 2 or 3 people who worked out at Starbucks.
I mean, that still work there. I don't know, but like Monday and I would go there a lot, so I used to know the staff. Like I would recognize them all. And
Were
they'd
they all
be
like
like, oh yeah, you're so and so.
But they were like high school kids that we all used to hang out with like back in the day.
I mean, they were like younger because it was like
Oh,
more
okay.
recent.
Oh, so it'd be like
It was like the
current
last
college
couple
kids.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember it was like Danny.
I think she still
Danny?
works there, as far as I know.
Oh really? Okay.
I haven't been in a while because of quarantine, but
I know. Yeah, it was Danny and then some girl I knew from Tahoma who went there
to
not
Hanny,
Danny.
that's it. She was Pacific Islander.
Pacific Islander.
It's
Tahani
Tahani.
Kaloi.
It's a soft A. It's Tahani.
Tahani. It's Tawny.
Tawny. Oh, it's just Tawny. Oh right, yeah, Tawny. I have a cousin named Tawny, so that's weird.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
okay. Never mind. Bet over.
Her dad's name is Tommy, and her mom's name is Tracy, and I feel like they just combined that to make Tawny.
That's pretty good. Good for them. I'm pretty impressed by that one. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Did she have a sibling?
No, she's an only child.
Oh dang it! I
She's
don't know what the
my-
boy would have been named.
My mom's probably Trom.
Trom.
Trom. Like Tron? No, with an M. Trom.
Jesus Christ. Like tram.
How'd you get here? Oh, I took the Trom. Oh, Trom drove you? Yeah. Trom drove me.
Your Uber driver's named Trom.
Your Uber driver is Trom.
How'd you get here? Tram? Trom take me here.
You took the tram? What? No, Trom. I Ubered. What?
It's like some guy.
Did I have a
last name-
stroke?
Yeah, some
His last
guy's
name
last
is
name
Uber.
is Uber or
Trom
or it's
Uber.
like or it's like Boos, but it's BUS. Long
Trom boost.
Trom Boos.
I took the tram bus. Trom boost.
Dude, I fucking hated trombooses and trigonometry.
What's that slanted square called? Oh, it's a tromboose.
Tromboose.
A tromboose is what I played in high school band.
That's a tromboose ankle. Fucking
God.
tromboose.
Okay, I can't. I don't have anything else. That was too good. You're being so tromboose. That's like that famous line from Shawshank Redemption.
To check out that
Or
girl's
am I being-
tromboose.
Jesus.
I want to check out her dimensions.
It's
Oh,
her
man.
dimensions are tromboose.
Jesus.
If tromboose was really fat, would they be trombeese?
Did you say trombeese?
Yeah.
Trombesity is a problem
Trombesity. It's sweeping the
in the
nation.
United States.
That's what Tromboose calls his fans when he's a celebrity.
Yeah,
When they go crazy, he calls it trombesity.
the trombees.
The trombees.
Could you imagine a tram full of bees?
Oh, that sounds horrifying.
Did you hear about those murder hornets that are out there?
Yes, they're like here in Washington.
They had a I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They actually had there's a video of murder hornets going into like I guess a beehive. But it sounds like bees are like their number one prey.
Yeah, like they're called murder hornets not because they kill people, but because they can decimate a beehive.
Yeah, and bees have found a way to protect themselves
Oh, really?
through the use of friction.
Friction?
Yeah, dude. Let me find you this video. It's ridiculous. How crazy it gets where they literally cook a bee.
I mean,
through friction.
I feel like they could outnumber it enough where if they like attacked it together, then they could just kill it by sheer numbers.
Everybody come together. Let's rub together to fight up this hornet.
So they have an orgy on top of the murder hornet.
Basically, is this the video?
Do I have to like? Is this what? I can't put this video up on the YouTube channel if it's an orgy of bees.
Oh, but you can.
A borgy.
Borgy. An orge bee.
Orgy. Oh.
It's an orge bees.
All right. Where are we at here? I need to make a timestamp.
Yeah, let's say it's. I have about 14:30 on my end.
All right. Okay. There's an ad playing. Because I don't have ad block on my YouTube, so I can support.
Unlike some people.
Support my creators. Oh, Nat Geo. That's great, Brian Taylor.
Nat Geo.
Why is this part of it?
I don't know.
Literally he just like screen capped it, but kept the AT&T commercial in here? What the heck? Why did you do this? Oh, here we
That's
go.
funny as shit.
Here we go.
You could probably fast forward.
No, I'll listen.
You know, listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll let you do that. Tell the audience what you're seeing, and then
I'm seeing a bunch of bees. I'll have the video up for them. They'll see what I'm seeing.
That's cool. Fair use. I want to claim fair use.
I feel like every nature documentary should be narrated by David Attenborough, and I get upset when it isn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I want every nature. I want. Ooh. I just want Jeff Irwin to.
Ooh, they set a trap. It's a trap.
Yep. It's a trap.
Stupid hornet. The bees are ready for you. This time. Oh my gosh, this looks like a really bad, like, second grade video where they just, like, shoot the bee.
Yep.
Oh my god, he's just like... Oh, so the murder hornet doesn't understand body language.
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm getting out of this.
And you are correct. It's learning the hard way that you shouldn't invade a person's home.
Oh yeah, they just swarm it.
Everybody hold hands, rub together. Synchronized rubbing.
I feel like that's just like... They like suffocate it.
I think they show like a thermal image during the video where they demonstrate how hot it gets in comparison to the surrounding areas.
Yeah, it's like over 40°C.
That's crazy. For over 40°C? Jesus.
Yeah. That's hella hot.
Yeah, dude. That's like a 104 Fahrenheit for you Americans.
Ugh, stupid. Fahrenheit. Oh god, epileptic seizure warning. Jesus Christ.
Good thing you warned the audience as it's happening. epileptic seizure warning. It's like you stop the video and you just do a little PSA and during the middle of the podcast.
Just have like this really calm music going. Please be careful. Upcoming. There's an epileptic seizure warning. Oh my gosh, mariachi music at the end? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting that they just like vibrate and it kills it.
I know, right?
But also, back to my thing about David Attenborough. Did you ever watch like Blue Planet or Planet Earth? Like
Planet Earth, yes.
The BBC documentary. Yeah. So
yes.
Because I watched those on Netflix a while back, I'm like, oh man, David Attenborough, he's the narrator I would want for anything. And
that's pretty nice.
Every time I see anything nature, I'm like, oh, David Attenborough is going to narrate this, right? And then when it's not him, I'm like, oh.
That's sad.
Okay.
I want the guy who did like that VH1 TV show that talked about or is it VH1 or E? Who did everybody's like all the rich people's houses. I wanted him to narrate the documentary.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Oh man, people out there know. I just don't remember the dude's name. I gotta find it.
Let's play. What's his name? Dun, dun,
British guy.
Game show music. Dun, dun, dun. It's not David Attenborough. Dun, dun, dun. Game show music. Can you find it? Can you find it? Can you find it?
Find it?
Did you find it yet? Ah!
No.
Let me just scream into the microphone for everybody.
You wake up everybody. Oh,
are you sleeping?
Are you awake? Could you imagine if people were trying to use our podcast to sleep? He's just yelling in their ears.
Yeah, I don't know why they would use us to sleep, but yes.
Are you awake?
We've calculated the average time that it takes a person to fall asleep, and just under that time, we start yelling.
It's roughly 20 minutes, to be honest. It takes me
like,
roughly 10 to 20 minutes to fall asleep.
Think to yourself of a calm stream bubbling forth. And then it's hitting the rocks.
Oh, man.
They just like jolt up.
Oh my god! Could you imagine if you're you're listening to some ASMR, as some do, and then all of a sudden they just start yelling because your headphones are on high.
Yeah, it's like this quiet. You hear that, and then all of a sudden you hear like a shotgun go off.
And you start yelling. Ah! Yeah, right. Oh no.
Welcome back to our ASMR.
We're gonna be doing some mouth sounds today.
Okay, that's weird. I don't want to do that.
That was hella moist.
That was way too moist for a podcast. Let me just get the saliva going. Okay.
That's how they flag this. They flag it for this.
There's just that 5 seconds of mouth sounds. They're like, yeah, you can't do that. It's like, what?
That's not allowed.
It's a joke.
It's for mature audience only.
But I have to actually specify that there's explicit content in this.
Oh, really? You have to?
Yeah. Because they have to like label it properly for distribution.
That's right, baby. We're at the Joe Rogan level.
I mean, it's most podcasts, I feel like. At least
there's a lot of
podcasts.
I mean, there's a lot of clean ones out there. I mean, we're not like, I guess we don't really deep dive into like really technical stuff, so we don't really have to be at that level of professionalism like NPR.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not there.
Or like those like educational podcasts. You're not gonna learn much from us aside from maybe what we're thinking at the time.
Oh, we'll throw in some great random facts for you.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We'll give you some tidbits and pearls. But it's not going to be like you're going to be learning something new on every podcast.
Don't expect to be listening to this podcast to learn anything.
Don't expect to be using our arguments as part of your dissertation for whatever paper your high school teacher wants you to do.
Don't quote us and cite us as your source in your bibliography.
We are really horrible sources. Don't do that.
You do not have our permission. But in reality, you probably have our permission. I don't really care.
I don't really care either, but I really care about your grades.
Yes. if you use us, make sure you get a good grade. And we're Asian, so when we say good grade, we mean the A's.
Because we're Asian, not Bajans.
You know, we're not Bajans.
I don't think my parents ever used that line, but I'm gonna use that.
Oh, I'm gonna use that for my kids.
When I'm a parent, yeah, when I'm a parent.
Dad, why do you care about my grades so much? Because you're Asian, you're not Asian.
You pull an accent.
I know, right? I pull out an accent that he knows I don't have because he's old enough to know. It's like, Dad, you're only half Japanese. Shut up. I'll be like, you listen to me. I speak from diaphragm now, like Japanese man.
Bring honor to your family.
You bring honor to us all. And I said, just go into song.
You go to like Mulan.
But I ad lib it into getting good grades.
Could you imagine if that was the one movie you never let your kids see, so you can use all the Asian references from it? And you're like, you tell me, hey, let's get down to business.
Son, let's get down to business.
To do what? To defeat the Huns. The Huns. What are the Huns? Your homework.
You're learning world history. You should know who the Huns are.
Yeah, right.
Dad, we're talking about Europe. Ah, stupid Europe. Always taking all the history for itself. Ooh, look at us. We had 2 world wars.
We had 2 world wars. We were decimated twice.
We got completely destroyed twice times.
Although, in Japan's defense, it probably got the worst of it.
I mean, yeah. I feel like the U.S. was just like, yeah, let's just see what happens.
We can try this out.
Twice times.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we better use it first before other people use it. We did send down little
pamphlets warning them.
That's true.
I have no idea how accurate those warnings were. They just stuck it into, like, the really, really basic form of Google Translate. So it just makes no sense. They picked this up like, the fuck does this say?
It just says wingdings.
It's just wingdings.
It's just a
like, did
plain.
They think we're cavemen? What is this?
it's plain bomb, and then like farm.
But it's
like
not
crops.
even it's not even like a printout. It's like a screen capture of Microsoft Word that they printed out, and it has like Clippy in the corner. He's like, it looks like you're writing a notice about nuclear war. Would you like some help with that?
Oh my god, I forgot about Clippy.
Dude, Clippy, what an infamous character in Microsoft's history.
Dude, man, 7th, 8th grade, that thing like haunted my dreams.
It was the dumbest thing, because it's like, it looks like you're writing a cover letter. I'm like, yes, I know, go away. Why can't I turn you off?
Yes, I am making a practice cover letter because it's the first ever cover letter I've ever made in my life.
Yeah, it's for my English class. Leave me alone. I'm not trying to get a job right now.
Leave me alone. Oh, man.
It's like, I'm 12. Leave me alone.
I want to go back to playing Kid Pix, but I can't.
I used too many dynamites and froze it on the screen, and now it's eating up all of my RAM.
Damn.
Did you ever do that? You kept doing dynamite after dynamite, and your like Kid Pix would like slow to a crawl.
Oh yeah, it would just die, dude. It would just like freaking die.
You're like, well, guess I'm going back to Oregon Trail.
So I
can die from a rattlesnake bite.
or name your guy Aquaman and he drowns.
Oh, dude,
just so you can get that screen cap.
There was one time I played Oregon Trail, and I don't remember what I named it. Let's just say Joey. Joey got bitten by a rattlesnake like hella early. So I was like, well, Joey's dead. He's the only one that survived.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All the other people died from like typhoid or whatever the fuck. And then like Joey made it. I was like, Joey, you are the hero I have always wanted in this game.
Oh my god.
Good for you, Joey.
Wait, we played Oregon Trail. Did you always try to push it at the end?
I mean, I feel like I did. Because it's just like, you're so close, go, go, go!
Yeah, that's what I remember doing, is where the guy, like, my guys would be like, dying of dysentery, and be like, it's either now or never.
You're like,
we're either going to make it to Oregon.
You either gotta you're like, I know I don't have much time. Like you're gonna die soon, so if I just hurry this up, I might make it before you die.
The interesting thing is like they even gave you like alternative places for you to stop. I'm like, this is fucking Oregon Trail. I'm gonna make it all the way to Oregon. Where am I gonna stop in the middle of California?
Yeah, right. It's like Montana. Oh, what?
Yeah, right.
No, going all the way to Oregon.
Yeah, all the way to Oregon. And did you I always remember like the last level or the last thing you had to do was like I guess ford a river.
Oh, you got to choose, right? You always choose.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Every river you cross, do you ford it? Mm.
But this one in particular, you can actually control your boat.
Oh.
So you have to control your boat, and you can pick up stuff along the way. But if you had a branch or like a log,
actually,
then
that sounds familiar. Yeah.
And people would die. And you're like, everybody's gonna live.
The worst was when you were hunting, and the only thing that was there was rabbits, and you're like, God damn it, you're so fast! Get out of here!
Oh yeah, dude, those are the worst.
Where are the buffalo?
Yeah, where are the buffalo?
There's a reason we almost shot them to extinction.
Damn.
They're slow and they're delicious. I've never actually
hella
had
hardcore.
buffalo, so I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Buffalo's pretty good.
Are there Wild Wings any good?
The Buffalo Wild Wings is pretty solid.
Yeah.
I
never realized that they were avian creatures.
Did you ever notice the sauce is made of real buffalo?
Yeah, but what kind of buffalo? Because they have like mild buffalo and hot buffalo. Who
made buffalo sauce? Mr. Sauce.
His name was Buffalo Sauce.
Like who do you think made all the other sauces? Mr. Sauce. Hence barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Honey
Why do you
mustard
think Tabasco's
sauce.
named Tabasco? His name wasn't George. His name was Tabasco.
His name was Tabasco.
Tobasco.
Tobasco, yeah.
Yeah. That's the actual pronunciation is Tobasco.
Oh my god.
It's a native name.
It's a native name. That's true, it is a native name.
Tobasco. It means hot sauce.
It means hot sauce. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Native Americans. I don't mean to offend. I never mean any offense when I'm making fun of anybody, okay? But I'm going to make fun of everybody.
Do we have to caveat that?
Yeah, I'm just going to say it now. And then if you tweet me later, like, you made fun of Asians, I'll be like, fuck you, I'm Japanese. I made fun of the Holocaust and freaking Native Americans and people named Sauce.
People named Sauce.
Yeah, everyone named Sauce. Screw you for your cool name.
I had a buddy named Sam Masters.
Yeah.
And so people would call him Dr. Masters.
Oh, dude, that's pretty sick.
That's right, yeah. That's pretty legit.
That's awesome.
So I was like, dude, your last name is pretty freaking amazing. Congratulations, you win.
What if I was like a joint specialist, like specifically with knees?
That'd be pretty solid.
Oh, Dr. Moniz. Oh, I get it now.
Moniz Orthopedics.
And it's spelled MO''KNEES. Yes. Moniz Orthopedics. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I tore my ACL. God. You, sir, are in the right place.
Let's fix you up right now.
Sounds like you need some Moniz. And then I have to hire a receptionist that plays the, like...
Jesus. She has a little baby drum set on her table.
Exactly. And she has to do the every time we get a new client and I make that joke.
She gets so annoyed by it. She quits. She quits after a month. She has a
I didn't think this business would go so well. Why is it so popular?
I know, right? She has a recording of it, so she just plays it now.
Yeah. She just has it so she just presses play and it automatically resets.
2 months later, it's just like just dust on her drum set. It hasn't been used.
But it's because that I went into a crippling depression and I stopped accepting new patients, and then the business starts going under.
Alcoholism.
Well, I don't drink alcohol.
I know.
Not now, but when you become spiraling depressed, that's when the alcohol comes in.
God, that reminds me of that Sourcefed video from back in the day.
You have to be a little more specific.
Where they were doing like, I think they were doing fast rounds of these comments people put down, of these like one-liner jokes, and one of them was like this long exposition of a guy who basically succumbs to alcoholism, which tears apart his family.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Joe read that one.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's hella hardcore.
Yeah, that's where the 27-year-olds joke came from too. Was that same one?
Yeah. God, what a bad joke.
I'm not going to repeat for the podcast.
Not gonna repeat for the podcast.
No.
Mm-mm.
Just gonna leave them hanging.
Yeah, right. Damn.
If you want to know, you can tweet at us.
Yeah, tweet at us. We'll send you the video.
Yes.
It's in the first like.
Oh hell, we'll put it in the
minutes.
links. We'll put it in the links.
Yeah, we'll put the links.
If you go to our
below.
YouTube channel and go to this video, we'll put the link in the description.
I like it. Giving the audience some incentive to watch our videos.
Yeah, it's just a visualizer, but hey,
That's true.
You can at least go there just to get the link.
After a while, we'll probably get some actual video for you guys to look at.
Yeah, it really just depends on if we're able to like get together instead of just doing this over Discord.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I guess we could like record our like webcams, except you don't have one.
I need to get one for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be something in the future. If we both get webcams or we're able to like do this in person, then we'll start having like actual videos instead of just visualizers. But we just basically wanted this to be on like enough platforms, like distributed on enough platforms, which I guess could be a segue.
Yeah, dude. So, do we want to cut the ads?
Snip, snip.
Snip. Can start inspirational music, right? Now, thanks to YouTube.
No. Don't do Chariots of Fire. Go ahead.
No, it's all good, man. Hey,
what do you have there?
Hey, Ryan. Let me ask you a question, man.
Go ahead.
Do you know what platform our podcast is on currently?
There's multiple platforms.
Yeah, like what kind of phone do you have?
I have an Android phone.
Oh, nice. I have an iPhone myself, and I feel like to listen to our podcast, you have to go to Apple Podcast, Android Store or Google Play.
It'd be like a Google Podcast, I guess. But
oh yeah, no, true.
I mostly listen to podcasts on Spotify personally.
Oh, Spotify. Well, man, how do you know how all these content creators get their podcasts distributed to these particular outposts?
Do they have to do it themselves?
I mean, I guess you could try, but I mean, there's such an easier way to do it.
Do tell.
Yeah, so have you ever heard of this platform called Anchor?
It's a thing that ships use to keep in place.
Well, you're not wrong. but it's a platform. Yeah, dude. But it's a platform that we're using right now for the Beta Bros Banter podcast.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
That's right.
Yeah, man. It's so simple, man. It's so easy to use.
Yeah.
I can't thank this particular company as much as we're doing right now. Probably even more. We'll do many more of these ads for these guys just because they've really set us. Yeah, dude. They've set us on the correct path when it comes to getting our podcast out there and making it really easy for us to make our content.
Yeah, it's easy, but like, how much do we have to pay for it?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Did you say
$0?
$3?
$0. Dolores.
Oh.
$0.
Zero Dolores Umbridge is my least favorite Harry Potter character.
Did she go? She goes up to Harry Potter and Arriba, arriba.
What? When did she become whatever that mouse's name is? Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez. Could you imagine Speedy Gonzalez running up to you and he's like, "Hola, señor. Have you heard of Encore Podcast?"
No. Let me say it again in Spanish. No.
No. Oh man, this make good. So, yeah, dude, like Anchorman, it's so legit, dude. It's free. I can't tell you.
Anchorman is free?
Anchorman is free on
Netflix.
Is it on Netflix?
I have no idea. I don't watch Will Ferrell movies. Sorry, I keep interrupting. We're here to talk about Anchor.
Anchor, guys. Anchor is a platform for which our podcast is we use as a distributor. It's really been pretty awesome for us to use. It's free for us. It's free for all your content creators that you listen to. I mean, you can record right on the website itself, or even on the Anchor app. And we've really used it as a nice place where we can upload all of our stuff, and then it just gets shipped to pretty much all the different platforms out there. Yeah. So I have an iPhone. I use Apple Podcasts, and then you have the Google Podcasts, and then you have Spotify that Ryan uses. And they make it really simple and easy for all that stuff to get put out there.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And the nice thing about it is like we paid nothing. We paid nothing to use it. They really hook us up with sponsors, in which we can do some ads for them, and really promote some of their products and kind of get back to the company for hooking us up with getting it to you guys. So yeah. It's really nice, and really, we like even as small as we are starting now, and no matter how big we get, like Anchor has zero qualms giving smaller groups a chance to really build on themselves. So
which is really awesome because we have no audience to start with, right? So
yeah, basically, I mean it's us and some of the people that we know who we kind of give it out to. So it's really nice that Anchor really puts it out there, and it really gives us a wider net to pull in more people to listen and hopefully bring to our channels and watch. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man. It's basically everything you need all in one spot, and Anchor really does it all for you.
So let me ask you something then.
Yeah, go for it.
How would one get started with Anchor?
I would say just go to anchor.fm, and just sign in. Check out all the menus, all the screens, just to get yourself oriented. Or even better, you can even get the Anchor app. If you're outside and you listen to this podcast right now, go ahead and go to that Google Play Store or that that App Store on your iPhone, and just
download it.
Just download it,
Download it.
And update it. And then
download it.
Record your podcast and
download it.
Send it.
Download it.
Yeah, download it.
Download it.
So that's the Anchor app, guys. Yeah, Anchor app on Google Play or on your App Store on Apple devices, and or go to anchor.fm to get started. Yeah. And we definitely want to see more and more content creators out there, and if you're listening to this, we hope that we give you some spark to get out there and put yourself out there.
If you're on the fence about getting started, this is your ticket. This is your thing to get in. It's right here, Anchor.
Yeah, man. And I can tell you how many times I've looked around and I'm like, dude, how am I going to get all these all these recordings onto all these different platforms. Do I have to apply for it? Do I have to sign some paperwork? No, man. It's like sign in and get it all done.
Anchor handles it all themselves.
It's so simple. It's so simple.
Great.
Yeah, man.
So that's Anchor for you guys. And
yeah. I guess I have to go back to the podcast now.
Yeah. How have you been, man?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been good.
Let me ask you this 43 minutes into our recording.
It's all good, man. You know, sometimes you just got to get the jokes out of the way, you know, and then it gets serious, right? yeah, and just get all the feel goods. Yeah. Gotta hook the audience.
Get all that bubbly, like for my personality.
Yeah,
it's not like a physical bubbliness. It's just like a mental bubbliness.
It's there. It's just there.
It's just a.
I've been good. I've been busy though.
Yeah.
With work and everything, hours have been all screwed up. So.
Yeah, you've been working nights.
Nights, and then I'm back on days for a day, and then I'm back on nights, and then I'm off, and then I'm on nights again. It's rough on my sleep cycle. Yeah, it really ruins like my scheduled routines.
Yeah.
And
are you you're almost done though,
right? For the whole thing, I'm at the tail end.
Yeah.
But for this particular rotation where it's like up and down, it's like another. After this week, it's 2 more weeks.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. I mean, I'll be at the tail end pretty soon. It's just gonna be, you know, the daily grind to get to that point.
Right.
So I'm just glad that, you know, it hasn't been, you know, knocking on wood, horrible so far. And I've been okay with the people that I've been working with, and they've been pretty nice. So
I feel like that's a huge thing for me is like the people I'm working with.
Yeah.
Because the people I'm working with now, like, I have a lot of fun with the guys that I work with. Well, most of them at least. But there's like enough of a friend group at work for me that I'm like happy with the people I work with. And I feel like my old job, like when I was in Boise, I didn't have that. And that was a big thing. Like, there were a couple people that I liked, but like the overall, like, people that I worked with, I didn't care for.
Oh, yeah. That's key, too. It's just trying to find people who are as fun, number one, and not as stiff. Because when you have a stiff person in your group, no matter how big your group is, it always brings the mood down just a little bit.
Yeah. I think the problem was, like, the people that I, like, worked close with, I didn't like, but there were a couple people, like, we started a D&D group with a small group of people that I worked with.
Oh,
and then I would go out to lunches with a couple people that were more, like, on my side of the political spectrum. So that was nice. But for the most part, like, those weren't people that I worked closely with, so I didn't really, like, see that as much.
Gotcha.
Whereas, like, now, it's like the people I work with all the time are the people I like, so it's nice.
Oh, cool. That's nice. Yeah, you find your niche group of people, and even though they're not like the people you work with on the daily, it's the people that you hang out with.
Yeah.
So it really makes a difference, especially when, like, for me being, you know, out of state, you know, away from everybody. I mean, it's nice that we have, like, you know, Google Hangouts and Steam and all that stuff where we can just, you know, everybody can just get on from back home. But it's nice having physical people that, you know, you could always hang out with on the weekly or the monthly, just
and you do need that because, like, the digital friendscape can only get you so far.
Yeah,
there's just something about, like, being in the room with that person.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, and people just need to be aware of that too, where you just gotta really open your mind to hanging out with new people, even if it's like you're not sure they're cool or not. I mean,
but then you won't know until you hang out with them.
Exactly, until you try it.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are different at work than they are at, you know, outside.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was my thing too. Is I think like I got in with one of the groups at work just because one of the guys would come around and be like, "Oh, hey, do you want to play frisbee during break?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, frisbee's fun." And then that's kind of how, like, I bonded with that group of people. and then we did something outside of work, and then you kind of see them outside of work, and you're like, okay, well, I kind of get a better understanding of who I like to hang out with versus just
Yeah.
like work people. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It kind of separates like the work associates versus the actual friends for me.
Yep. Yep. And I always tell people like if you want to fit in, like if you're like like I guess I'm more like a extroverted introvert. I guess
Oh
that's a
yeah, I'm
way to put
definitely
it.
more introverted.
Yeah, where I would rather be, or I like being around people only when it's like convenient, and then I just like to hermit myself
Yeah,
for a little bit before hanging out with others.
yeah. I
Um,
think my thing
oh,
is that I'm very reserved.
yeah,
Like if I'm new or I don't know you, but then once like I don't know if it's like a mental thing where my brain is like I can trust this person, or if it's like a conscious decision. I don't. I feel like it's not really a conscious decision, but I like get to a point where I can open up with someone.
that's fair. I can see that. I mean, I'm similar in the way where I need to really build. I mean, I'm easy to build trust, but I guess when it comes to like my kind of our kind of humor, you really have to like push the waters like ever so slightly in order to see if they can handle it or not.
Yeah.
And then once you kind of have the floodgates open, then it's like all hell's loose.
Right.
That's how like that's like with the friend group like you met today. It's like the floodgates are already open because we're already playing Quiplash. We've already gone through like a round where it was
Right.
already nuts.
Well, and you like started it with saying like, oh, they have similar humor. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll test that real up front at the beginning here.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's so I think like if you ever like hung out here in person again, like it'd be really easy for everybody to chill.
Yeah. And then you could be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is that Ryan guy that you've been talking to a lot.
Yeah, yeah. This is my bro Ryan.
Well, since you're going to be there for another few years, then I'm sure we'll make another trip.
Yeah, definitely. The only person who won't be there will be Ravi, because he'll be going up to Buffalo this summer.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, yeah, everybody else, yeah, it's fair game.
Cool. Yeah, I'll talk to the guys. Maybe we can get a trip out there.
Yeah, definitely, that'd be sick. Hopefully, then I would have moved out of my apartment
Right.
to another spot that's like two bed, two bath for you guys to hang out in.
Nice. And then we
Um,
can always like have someone crash on couches and air
yeah,
mattresses, all that.
I have my air mattress, and then it's two beds, and then two bath. That should make it easy for you guys to kind of transition in and out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it should be nice. And then hopefully because it's my place and we can kind of soup it up as much as we want. I don't like souping up like an apartment because it's not my own and I
Right.
feel bad kind of
It's
messing with it.
it's harder to because you're just like, if I put something up, it's gonna like damage the wall. I'm gonna get dinged for that. Whereas if it's your place, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm gonna put this up because it looks cool.
Yeah, yeah, I would probably put up more artwork. I have like when you guys came in, the walls are literally bare. Like
Oh,
there's
dude,
nothing.
if you want artwork, I can. I don't know like exactly what you'd be looking for, but I can show you some of my photographs. And if you want like a canvas print, I can get a canvas print for you.
Ooh, shit, that'd be legit.
Yeah,
For me, it'd be like a Seattle skyline, probably nighttime.
I can definitely get one of those this summer.
Sweet, yeah, that or like a daytime photo, probably from Alki. Kind of heading towards the city. I always like those. I mean, there's the one that my brother has. I think it's Seattle. Is that or D1? He has another one for DC. Where it's like
There's
in black and
one
white.
that like IKEA has.
Yeah.
That's a Seattle skyline, and I had that in my apartment.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was pretty
Oh yeah,
nice.
you were at my apartment in Boise. It's that.
Yeah.
Is that picture? That's a nice picture.
And then it's like the straight away. Is it get bigger towards the middle? Is that how that worked?
No, it was straight.
That's straight. Okay, that's right. That's right. This one was straight across. It was like a 30 by 60, right?
I think so. And it was like it was kind of like a dusk photo.
Yeah,
Like
that's pretty
dusk
nice.
time. Yeah. But yeah, I can kind of look through some of my photos and see if you'd be interested in any of them.
That's legit.
And then people can be like,
Um,
"Whoa, where'd you get that?" You'd be like, "Ah, a friend took that picture."
Yeah, right. And then I would probably get like a printer and stuff, and print out some photos and put them on frames and
Oh yeah,
hang 'em
yeah.
up.
get like photos of the family, photos of the bros.
Yep. Really just make it look nice. Cause I'm like, I don't think as a kid, I don't think I was ever like into photos a bunch. But then I think now being older and having all these experiences, you just want to kind of capture those moments,
Yeah.
especially when the people that you're hanging out with is like a little
Yep.
transient, especially in my realm of work. So,
Yep.
um,
Yeah, that's kind of how I was like too. Where I was never really like a photo person, but then when I moved out, it was like, oh man. Then I kind of like knew who I was close with, and I wanted to like capture that, I guess.
yeah,
So I had like
yeah.
those frame collages where you can put like 6 or 7 pictures in it, and I would just have like pictures of friends,
Oh, that's cool.
like when we were all hanging out and stuff.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
it's good
Yeah,
stuff, man.
yeah, dude, my house at home, like we have this something similar to that where it's like photos of like a little kid all the way through like I think like maybe middle school.
Yeah, your parents have a lot of pictures of you guys up,
Yeah, yeah. So
and like your like school diplomas and stuff are up there too.
yeah, it's like yeah, it's like our like a wall of certificates.
Yeah, there's a ton, dude. I was like taken aback. I was like, oh dang, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, my brother has like I think he got like 2 associate's degrees, I think, and then he also got like
Dang.
he like double majored.
Like his undergrad was a double major.
Yeah, I think he was like micro and neuro.
Damn.
Yeah, he really killed it. I
And
could
then
have
here
double
I
majored
am
in.
with my high school diploma and my 1 bachelor's degree.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. Um, because like, dude, the thing about like those types of degrees too, and I'm on, bashing anybody who's getting um, like general biology or anything of those types of degrees. It's just hard finding jobs out there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess it all depends on what you want to do, too.
yeah,
So,
because I always knew my degrees were going to be like stepping stones towards going to like some higher education, like med school or whatever.
right. Whereas, like,
Or
mine
a
is, like,
PhD.
it's what I'm going to do. So I don't need to, like,
Yeah, it's like
do
don't waste
more.
your time. Yeah, exactly. It's like you got it, you're in. There's no need to
Yeah.
continue unless you want to do like a master's or something. Um, so, and then that's the same thing Tom did with his music degree.
Yeah, but he went masters, too.
He went all the way to the distance. But I think that kind of opened up his opportunity, I guess, to do like some college
Yeah.
work if he wanted to.
I think it helped his resume a bit, and it helps. I think it helps with, like, his pay, too. And it's just, like, a
Yeah.
little more. It just has a little more, like, oomph to it.
Hmm.
Like, if he's looking for a job.
And for his definitely in his position, like he needs that sort of
Yeah, because I feel like
yeah.
it's hard to find those kind of jobs for him.
Because I guess they really need that level of expertise, at least on paper, to
Yeah.
say you're qualified for X Y Z because you've already been through this sort of ringer.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think even without it, I think he would have been fine.
Yeah.
With what he's doing right now.
Right.
But I guess it makes sense from his perspective because of those requirements.
Yeah. And the other weird thing too about degrees is like once you get a job, then after that it's all about your experience, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because I think once you're like 5 to 10 years out, they only care where you graduated from and not like how far is sort of is a little bit of a thing, but you're so far out that especially in your business, like the tech has changed by the
Yeah.
time the new generation comes out.
I feel like where you graduate doesn't even really matter either.
Yeah. Oh, I think it only matters if you know people.
I guess,
Um,
yeah. Then it's like
but that-
connections, and it's like, oh, we were at the same school, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Exactly.
Or like, oh, that's
yeah.
the same school as so and so. Do you know so and so?
Yeah. But yeah, and not like
It's not like, oh, you went to Oregon State.
yeah, right.
That's
Yeah, no,
ranked lower than Washington State. Like, people aren't going to care about that.
No. All the time they do care about is it's like these higher like white collar like rando like desk jobs.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
feel like even that, like,
lawyers and
like Ivy League might carry a little bit more, but they're
Yeah.
still gonna like go after the best candidate.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah,
if you went to Harvard but you interview like shit, they're not gonna hire you.
yeah, exactly. And that's why I tell people it's like who go to the Caribbean schools because we get that same kind of rep where we're not like as I
Like
guess
knowledgeable.
refined
Mm.
as refined as our U.S. school counterparts. It's like, I mean, we did all of our like last 2 years of training like in the U.S. It's
Yeah.
not like we were on a third world country for all of med school. Like we only were there just to sit in the classroom, go to the beach, go to the classroom, go to the beach, and then rinse and repeat until we
We just had
left
better
left the
beaches.
island.
That's all it comes down to.
The difference between myself and the U.S. med student was that I had
the
a better
beaches.
view after school. and then and I guess I didn't get federal loans, but at least the amount that I was paying per month was like much less than I would have been paying at out of state tuition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, how was like tuition and stuff comparatively?
I would say like if you went to school at like the UW, then it would have been about the same price because you're in state.
Right.
And then if you went out of state, triple that, if not quadruple that.
Right.
That would have been
Out of
out-of-state
state's
tuition.
ridiculous.
That's why for me, and that's even with like scholarships and tuition reduction and all
Yeah.
that crap that they try
That's
to
why-
pull off as like a
Yeah.
positive. Like no, that's a fuck you moment. With all
That's
those
why
tuition.
it was crazy. I don't know if you remember when I did that like one summer semester at UH.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
It was actually cheaper to do it at UH per credit than it was to do it at Wazoo for summer classes because they both charged per credit, and they didn't have like in-state tuition for summer classes.
Oh, interesting.
So like going to UH was cheaper per credit, and that summer we had already booked flights to go to Hawaii, and so
yeah.
it was cheaper to change the days of my flights than to cancel that trip. So we just changed the days so I was there all summer, and then I did the classes there, and it was cheaper than canceling that flight and taking it at Wazoo, even though it was
That's
closer.
legit.
Yeah.
That's legit.
So I was like, oh, I
yeah.
get to do summer in Hawaii? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Great.
That's pretty awesome, and you met some pretty cool people from whatever when you tell me. Back in the day.
Like I don't remember anyone. Like I don't think I kept in touch with anyone, but they were all pretty chill. I think the biggest thing for me was that I stayed with my grandpa the whole time. So like he told me stories, and I feel like he's kind of older now. I think he's a little more forgetful. He's harder of hearing, so to have the same conversations with him now would have been harder than back then.
Oh, I get that.
Because
So,
he was more like sharp back then, you know.
Yeah, I get that. That's cool though, man. That's the thing too. It's like you get to hang out with family.
Yeah, and that's really the
Especially
more
when-
memory that I had than the fact that I was at school there. Because, like,
Yeah.
school is school. And it was actually, like, hard. Because I was like, oh, man, paradise is right outside the window, but I have a test to study for.
That's the same. That's the same stuff I was like dealing with. Where
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I just want to just hang out in the sun, but it's
right?
like, oh,
It's
I
like,
know
man,
stuff
could go to the
do.
beach. Oh, I can't.
Yeah. I was.
And, like, I
literally-
didn't have a car or transportation or anything, so it's not
Yeah,
like I
that's
could
right.
just go to the
That's why you
beach.
took the bus. That's why you told me you took the bus. to
Yeah,
school
that was an hour bus ride each way.
That's tough. Was there any cool people on the bus?
I mean, I don't know, because I just stuck my headphones in.
You didn't even like look around. You didn't even scope.
I mean, because it's hard because in the morning, like, it was all the way their bus system works, like, all the high school kids ended up on the bus, too. So, like, they didn't have,
Oh.
like, school buses. Like, they all just took
Oh,
the...
gotcha.
Because they had such a good metro bus system that they just all took the metro.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's, like, mostly that and then, like, older people going to work. So it's just, like... I saw the same people, like, day in and day out. And I was just like, yeah, there's no one
No.
Like-
how about
worth talking to.
when you were at school?
I don't know. It was hard because I mostly just was there for class, and then like I would study between classes, and then go straight home just because it was an hour bus ride.
And did you get done late or like midday?
Yeah, it was like midday.
Okay.
I think my first class was usually like 10. So like I would try and get there by like 9. Like so I would leave at 8 and get there around 9.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's pretty nice.
Yep. And then like the bus stop, they had like there was like a bus stop in my grandfather's neighborhood that took me to the transit center. But the way that it was timed, it was like timed where I would get to the transit center and then I'd have to like wait for a half hour. So I just like figured out how long it would take to walk to the transit center, and it was like a 20-minute walk. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk there.
That's cool, man. So you got a lot of walking in. That's good.
Yeah. So I was like, I feel like I tanned that summer, and I've lost it since then.
Dude, remember when I came back from the Caribbean for the first time, and I was like dark?
Yeah, you're like hella dark.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, man.
It feels so good when you come back and you're like, it's so dark. Oh.
I know, right?
You're just like, good job, skin. You done good.
You done good. You done protect me.
Yeah, I think Hawaii's like the first time I ever got burned was in Hawaii, and it was when I was older.
Yeah, I got burned. I got burned in Bonaire.
Yeah, it's weird because I'll never burn up here.
Oh yeah, you and I will never burn it back home.
No.
But I've never burned in Pennsylvania or Delaware.
Yeah, I think the latitude is we're too up we're too up on the globe.
Yeah, because when I was down in like Bonaire, like it's a desert island.
Yeah, and you're near the equator. It's more direct sunlight.
Yeah, that sun was beaming down. I was crusting and like sloughing. It was bad.
And I feel like even now, if I went to like SoCal or Florida, I feel like I would have to sunscreen up.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because I've been inside too long.
That's the thing. Like your skin gets so bad if you don't go outside.
I know, right? I mean, like I have pretty soft skin, but like as far as tanning, I don't know.
Yeah,
it'd be nice if I was in shape enough I could just like walk around outside with my shirt off and it wouldn't be disgusting.
This wouldn't be disgusting. Hey, ladies.
Right? It's like walking my dog.
Straight up Val Venusing it, like as you're walking outside with just a towel on.
No, I mean not like that bad, but I feel like I would get a much more even tan.
Yeah.
If I was just like doing stuff outside without a shirt. But then I don't have the body to be able to do that, or the confidence to rock the dad bod.
As a kid, I used to get like these farmer tans.
Oh, I still have one.
Yeah, dude. And I'd go to like football camp and I'd be like white from my shoulders down to my mid bicep.
Yeah.
And then my jersey, and then it would be like dark.
Yep. That's definitely the same as me.
Yep. Oh man, I miss those days where you can just go to class, not have to worry about homework, and then get out and then just hang out.
But not have to worry about homework because it's high school and we were smart enough not to have homework.
Yeah, dude, we were smart enough to do the homework in class while they were lecturing.
Yeah. Or like he's helping, the teacher's helping like whoever's struggling, and we're just finishing it up.
Yep. It's like,
there was like, I had such a good rep in my history, like with my history teacher, that I straight up forgot to do an assignment. And I told him that I didn't know there was an assignment. And then, like, I had such good standing with him that he believed me. And he was like, oh, well, here, do this and hand it in tomorrow. And I was like, great, thanks.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. I've done that a couple times. Where I think it was like math class.
But, like, the teachers know, I think, like, that we weren't slackers. That we, like, worked hard and we were, like, good students.
Yeah, that's true. And they're not like, you know, like there's not like favoritism, but it's.
I feel like there is some, and it's kind of sad because like the people that need it the most, like need the attention the most, like won't get it.
Yeah, they really get
because of that.
Tagged pretty roughly with that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I always feel like whenever like in college, I guess community college was a good example because that was the first time I ever experienced like like even bad good student, like the law is the same.
Right.
And then once you get to like the university level, then it's like dog eat dog.
Right. Yeah.
Especially when you're in those classes where everybody's on prereqs trying to get to a certain point.
Yeah, it's stupid prereqs, man.
Dude, I can tell you how many kids.
When you have like 200 people in a lecture hall.
Yeah, dude. I can tell you how many kids dropped their dreams of going to med school after they failed, like, or not failed, but got like a B or a C in one class.
That's not that bad. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's still passing.
I know. But people are like, I need like a 3.9 GPA in order to get into med school. And that's shit. Yeah, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it'd be nice to have that. I mean, high school, like, that's what I was maintaining.
Yeah.
But it's
like, I think I ended up with like a 3.8 in high school.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I screwed over my.
I
screwed over my 4.0 in like middle school when I took.
Oh yeah, yeah. I lost mine in geometry because I got an A- in geometry.
Say that again.
I got an A- in geometry.
Really?
So that screwed mine up. Dude, I did not like geometry.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. I got an A in algebra, but then, that screwed up my 4.0 already. So I was like, oh man, I'm already coming into high school with less than a 4.0.
I hated my algebra teacher. He was such a douchebag. And then, and at the same time, like, that's when my vision started getting, like, weird, and I needed glasses, and I didn't recognize it.
Yeah. Same with me. That was middle school.
I didn't recognize it, so I was always going up to the board, and I think that really screwed over my grade, because it didn't really register to me that I needed to get glasses.
Yeah. I always found myself, like, squinting, and I was just like, man, why are classrooms so big in middle school? That was, like, my thought process.
It's so tough.
I was like, well, I can't see from back here. I need to sit closer.
So, man.
But then, like, you're already screwed because you sat in that spot the first day.
Exactly. You're like, oh, man, I'm done. I'm done now, I guess.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Speaking of being done, we're hitting
you're hitting the hour mark.
We're hitting the 110
nice.
mark. Yeah.
All right, man. Hit us with that outro.
Hate to call it out.
It's all good. We'll do some more reminiscing. I think people will enjoy that.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for watching or listening, depending on what platform you're doing this. Thanks for tuning in. I guess there's a better word. I am ZeldaMariners. You can catch me on all the social medias and all the YouTubes and stuff at ZeldaMariners. This is Tito7177. You can catch him at Tito7177 in all the places as well. Let us know what you think. If you want us to talk about anything, and if you want us to play any games, because we're going to start having gaming content up on this channel if we don't already by the time this goes up. So yeah, we're getting things going. The wheels are churning. Anything else you want to add, buddy?
Nah, man. I think that's it for me. I think just glad you guys are tuning in, and we hope you all just continue hanging out with us. And yeah, hit us up because we want to hear some of your ideas, and try to get that out there.
Yeah, we're always open to try some stuff. So
cool,
let us
man.
know. All right. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.